Well, okay. How'd it be if we start the show? That be all right? Anybody got an objection to that? If we start the show? Waiting on me to get in from his smoking. What? No. You know what happened? Is I was watching the timer on the phone, and there was more latency on the phone than I realized. And so, yeah. Anyway. Let's get this thing going. What do you say? Does the audio sound all right? I'm not even listening to it. Let me check this here. Yeah. All right. Looks good. Let's bring in the world famous legend in his own mind, Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy blogger. Hello, Lloyd.
All right. Now they're seeing both of us. All they've been seeing for the last minute has been the double zeros.
Yeah, well, they might still be seeing it, but I think
No, we're
I think they'll be seeing the video now.
yeah, they're seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I switched it over. There's more lag.
Yeah.
There's more latency than normal in the feed.
Well, no,
tonight.
it wasn't that. Is it all the time you've been talking before you introduced me?
Yeah.
Your picture wasn't on. You were on the timer camera.
I didn't. I.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
You forgot to switch, didn't you? That's why I was saying. That's trying to hint.
Oh.
Video. Wee.
Oh,
you're
my
not
goodness.
Slow. You're just old.
I'd rather you called me slow. Oh my goodness. Dennis
You didn't
thinks
even
that was
realize
his
it,
bank
did you?
account, double zeros, huh? Well, you know what I did
Yeah.
is I clicked on my camera and I put it in the preview screen and then I started talking.
You forgot to put it live.
And I forgot to switch it to the live side. Yep, sure enough.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
That's exactly
When I'm
what I
testing
did.
something.
That is exactly
Yeah.
what I did.
You were talking away, and I was talking to you, but
Oh, your mic was
And
still
everybody
off
kept
because
saying-
I thought my single camera was up there, you know?
yeah, no, it was.
Hey, you know what? It's a tradition. The beginning of my show is always something screwy going on. I mean, nothing's broke. Everything's
Exactly.
doing exactly what it's supposed to do, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
it's
because it's
becoming your
B-Mix.
trademark.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's, oh, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
Okay. Let me check something here. No camera controls.
I take it that's our guest.
Yeah. Jim, try a different browser. Are you using a different browser? Try another browser. If you're using Chrome, try Firefox if you have that.
yeah. So Mel, what's been going on?
As far as
It's been a week since I talked to you, hasn't it?
well, has it
Almost.
been a week? Has it
Yeah,
been a
I
week?
talked to you all week long. Yeah,
Well, you know, you
Monday.
must
we
have
talked
broke
for a
your
few
phone
seconds,
dial.
but
Must have broke your phone dial finger again.
well, I thought you were at work, so I don't call you in the daytime. I don't know when you get off work, so I was like, yeah. I wait for people to call me because I can answer the phone almost any time, as long
Yeah,
as it's
'cause-
afternoon.
Well, yeah, because you sleep till noon.
Yeah, I haven't been
Just
lately.
mute or
I've been
not.
getting up
Okay,
waking
that's-
up at 8, 9 o'clock.
Well, Jim, you're connected because I'm seeing a gray screen now instead of a black screen. So something is awry in the bread basket, and it might make rye bread. Jim, go to this website. Let's try it like this. Instead of using that link, so probably do the same thing, but use this and then once you get there, punch in this set of numbers right here. 4, 5, 8, 5, 4. Do that, Jim.
Speaking of VMix,
Uh-huh.
you know there was an update today, right? Another.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Did you update yet?
Nope.
I already did, but it didn't. But I was looking. Finally found where all their different. You can tell what each one, each update changes. You know what the change
Yeah.
log for it.
Yeah.
And I noticed here something about a week ago. I was checking to see what the cost difference was and what between each one of them, because I've been trying to get in other guests and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't situation. So I noticed that I could get 4 guests coming in, 4 calls instead of 2 on the next level on the 4K.
Right.
So that would be me and 4 other people.
No.
It's
a total of 4. So it'll be you and 3.
4 calls. No, 4 calls. 'Cause right now, I've got me and 1 call, okay? The next grade up used to be me and 2 calls,
Yeah.
okay? So I could have 2 incoming inputs, But they changed it about 2 upgrades ago, like at 23, I don't know what number we're on now. We're on 50. And I think about 46, 47, they changed it to, on the 4K, you get 4 input calls now. That'd take care of all my problems. I just got to save up the pennies to do the upgrade. Because I went and looked at it, and it says, yeah, you get 4 calls. And I don't know when they added those other 2 to the 4K edition, because the next one is like what you've got, which is 8 calls. Because you got you and 8 other callers you can bring in. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the step below you, the program below you, which is
Yeah.
the 4K version,
Right.
it used to be, you'd have the host, and then you'd have 2 calls. They changed that now to the host in 4 calls, and the price hasn't changed. They just threw in 2 more calls, that's more fair. I mean, it's the step between what I've got and what you've got. 4 makes sense.
I think that's for the software purchase, you mean?
Yeah, if I upgrade,
that's always
if I just
been
do the
4.
upgrade to the next level.
Yeah, that's always been
It was
4.
2. They just changed it. They have it in their notes. They just changed it to 4.
Oh, really?
That's why. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. It was always 2. That's why I never thought it was worth getting 1 more person for $350.
Yeah, because that's what it would
But
be.
now
Is
I can get
$350 to upgrade.
exactly, for me to do an upgrade.
Yeah.
But now for that $350, I can bring in a total of 4 guests instead of just 1. They just upgraded that on 23 whatever version we're on. We're on .50 now, and they changed it to .46, I think.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. So I'm putting back pennies, and I think I'm going to be able to do the upgrade here in the next month or 2.
Well, that'll be cool.
Unless I get a stimulus check, and then I'll have it done this month.
There you go. Well, let's say hello to everybody, first of all. We got
Absolutely.
Sonari
Chris.
and Jay Bird and Chris Hope and Carlos and Jim Boyd and Thunderbird, the other T-Bird, Pond Predator, Dennis Lovelady, Rick Halber, hello, sir, John F., Art Co., Jim Boyd, of course, Mike B., Mitch,
Peter Carroll.
Yeah, Peter Carroll. And I
Backwoods
think Brent
Droner.
Nunley.
Brent Nunley, yeah, I said hi to him
Yeah.
in the chat.
I think that about covers everybody we got, right? Oh, Jody from Drone Trots.
Mitch. Oh, yeah. Hey, Jody.
I think that about covers everybody at this moment. I think. If not, we'll get around to
so.
you. And I don't know what Jim's doing,
Yes,
but his
Brent.
camera still ain't working.
Oh, Brant Aerials. You know what? I think I said hello to Brent Nunley and called him Gary instead of Brent, thinking it was Brant Aerials. I do that all the time.
Oh.
So, Brent Nunley, I apologize. Gary, that hello is for you.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, my bad. Jeez. Okay.
Let's see here.
I'm old, forgive me.
Okay. I have nowhere to
By the
turn
way, I
on the
like
mic and the camera. They are allowed in Google Chrome settings. Well, it should be when you first click on the website and punch in, when you first click on the website, vmixcall.com, it'll bring up this little goopy looking shaped window, and you type in your name and you type in that password number, and you click go live, and if your camera and mic's not already allowed, you have to allow that, and it brings you in. But I'm seeing a gray screen.
Right.
All I'm seeing is a gray screen. So
Oh, Sonari.
I don't know what you got going on,
Since I've
Jim.
done it
I
through
don't
the-
understand that. Something's not right. Because it works everywhere else. In fact, tell you what I'm going to do really quick like. I'm going to put a link in chat, and let's see who we got. Chris. Chris, do me a favor.
Okay.
Chris, go to that link and see what happens for you. Would you do that for me, please? Real quick.
Well, just simply because I'm not logged in. What the hell? Did I log in?
What are you doing, Lloyd?
Well, I was doing a login into vMix Call to see what controls came up.
Oh,
Up there on the address bar is where the camera's at, and that's where you got to you click on that little camera up there, and then you click manage, and you should be able to pick out your camera. It's not like, so I hope I didn't take one of your numbers.
so I'm waiting to see if Chris Hope can click on that link and see what happens with it. Hello,
Okay.
Tater. Welcome. I should be seeing him any minute, but I, after watching Kelly Shore's show Friday evening, I was inspired. Hello, Lon. I sent you a text to join the show tonight. Yeah, I was inspired. So I decided, somebody said something about they'd like to see the slow motion, how that works with like the Mavic Air or the Mavic.
Chris says he needs
Pro.
a password.
You shouldn't need a password. That should bring you right to it. That link should automatically put you in it.
Doing good, Tater, other than our guests are having problems getting in.
Yeah, for some reason. And I don't know why, because vMix Call never does this. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. The pew is Tater is cool. That's an opinion, Tater. And I'm a wise guy.
Yeah. Well, you're a guy. I don't know how wise you are, but shoot.
What was that, Lloyd? Your mic just quit working. Something happened. I don't know what. Huh? Yeah. Can't hear you, Lloyd. Hello, Lloyd? Did you fix your mic yet? There you are. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What a thin-skinned old fart. Oh, sorry. My mic's hot again, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Shit,
it sure
I gotta
was.
quit. Shoot, I could.
Oh, Lloyd, that just, yeah, that didn't work. Oh, you know what? You know what I did? I unplugged my Gizzy Whapper, and I forgot to plug it back in.
Why were you even playing with your dizzy whapper near electricity?
Because it's fun. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So let's see, where's Chris at? Did it work, Chris, or nothing happening, or what's going on? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit Control V. And I'm going to hit Enter. And yeah, when I click in that link, when I put that link in, it shows the password already there. Okay? So let me bring this over to this screen, because I have this screen on screen share somewhere. And let me move down here and hit
See
that.
what Chris wrote?
What? Hit that. Sorry, what?
He says, sorry, the host is disconnected. Try reconnecting again, Chris, because I may have been accidentally in that number, not realizing it. I thought I was connecting to one of my own numbers.
See, here's what you get, okay?
Yeah.
And
so
let me go to the one that I gave to Jim. Open this up, go to here, Control C, put that over there, Control V, hit enter. Yeah. And so if I put Joe in there and hit join call, it asks for me to allow my camera and mic, and I say yes. And it says unable to open the camera because it's in use. So if I switch cameras, it's not going to let me switch in the middle of the jobby do here. Maybe it will. Yeah, I don't know how to switch in the middle of the thing. Let's see. Manage cameras. Yeah.
He said, Jim says the camera's on now.
He does, huh?
Yeah, he just told me to tell you that.
And it is. His camera is on. See? I knew it wasn't vMix. But we're going to find out, because I'll bet Jim can tell us as soon as I click a couple more buttons over here and bring this one up here and bring that in, and we should have Jim Boyd. Look at there.
Hey, Jim.
Now, why is that so
Hello,
terrible?
Jim. Do what?
That is a terrible picture.
What's your resolution set to?
1080. It's coming through. It wanted me to turn on the OBS camera. I did what Lloyd said, and I clicked that little.
Yeah, you had to.
See, I had vMix in Google, which already allowed the camera and mic to vMix.
Yeah, but you had to allow it in Google, which is what you did when you clicked the little camera at the top of the address bar.
Yeah, when you click that little camera up there, that's to allow inside the Google thing.
So anyway, that problem solved.
Okay.
I knew that. I knew it wasn't vMix. I don't know how I knew. I just knew.
No,
I
it's
mean,
just
when
I don't know what was going on. The only thing I can think, answering Chris Hope, the only reason I think you got that was because probably about the time you clicked on that, I think I'd logged into it
that might have
through
been
vMix call. Because when I saw the number he put up, it's like, ooh, crap, I think
Chris.
that's one I used.
Chris. Go ahead and try another one. Uh-oh, Jim, what are you doing?
No, I'm trying to get the camera to focus or something. It looks terrible.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's low resolution, like 420 or something.
Well, it looks like
Yet
normal
I'm coming
to me.
out crisp and clear in that little box where it shows me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's probably your internet connection.
Let me check. General settings. Yeah, I've got the input at 1080 resolution, so it ought to be.
Yeah, it should be bringing it in.
Yep.
Oh, gray screen. Oh, back.
He's playing with things. Now, did you start your OBS camera or did you do it with the browser?
No, I started the OBS camera because that's what it wanted.
Okay. So you're feeding OBS to the vMix, which is. So you have to go change your
What's
settings
causing-
in OBS.
Yeah,
up your
whatever you've got your
resolution.
settings in OBS, you're going to have to change. To
That's what I
make sure
think
you've
anyway.
got them at 1080. Yeah.
Or more. Because I'll
Drop it
cut
down, you mean?
No, raise your resolution up. You want more resolution. If your camera can handle it, if your internet can handle it.
It's the 4K Brio
Okay.
camera.
Okay. Yeah. Same camera I've got.
So, anyway, as I was starting to say, I was inspired by Kelly Shores, and
Right.
I shot a bunch of video. I used this guy. I used
Okay.
this guy. And I used my 9-inch iPad tablet. I set
okay.
all three of them to record in slow motion.
Huh.
And not a one of them recorded the audio.
Really?
Not a one. I didn't get audio on any of them. On the iPad, the Osmo Action, or the Osmo Pocket. Now, I did record audio on my digital audio recorder because I had it there too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
But
You usually do.
no audio whatsoever in slow motion mode on any of those three camera setups, which I thought was really strange. I didn't
Yeah.
know that they cut the audio out.
Well, did he have audio on his stuff?
Bill, it's not YouTube, buddy, because I'm cranking out at 1080 right now, and if I wanted to, I could bump it up more than that. So I don't
No,
believe
well,
it's
yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube's been having a lot of problems this week because
Well-
it's not YouTube, but the internet providers. The internet is bogged down so bad right now because
Well, that's because there's
everybody's
so many people
doing
home.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But-
it's not and YouTube's probably playing hell trying to keep up with it.
And they might be. But
Yeah.
right now, being that you mentioned that, and I checked this earlier today and a couple days ago because I was wondering. So let me put this over there, make it full screen, go back to this one and go to, where is it? This one, and put this one over there. Just, just to check things here. Because I'm pretty sure that right at this moment I'm not having a problem.
No, it's not. It's definitely not on you. But it's like with me last week. My input and output was terrible on Monday, but also You notice we're not getting quite the glitchiness between us that we have been lately. And
Well,
that's because I lowered my frame rate to the same as yours.
And we talked about that before.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one thing I did was lowered it to 30 frames a second.
Yeah.
Did you have it up at 60 originally?
Yeah,
and knocked it back down to 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it at 60.
Yeah, I had my output. Here's a funny thing about, now I don't know about Wirecast because I haven't looked at it, but I do know about vMix. They, when you put out at the higher resolution, like if you do 1080 or 720, okay, if you put it out at 60 frames a second, now this is in vMix, and you set your output, let's say 1080, okay? 1080 goes out as 1080i, not 1080p. If you're at 59.9 or 60 frames a second, okay? So in order to get 1080p, which is, the full instead of every other line, which is what interlaced is,
Right.
They line, and then come back, and they skip a line, and then they come back in and fill those lines. Well, that's going to give you more. So you want to make sure that your output is at 1080. The only way to get 30 frames a second is to put it at 1080, or the only way to get 1080p is to put, in vMix, is to put it at 30 frames a second, or 29.97. So, just something with vMix is the way they do it. And apparently it's that way in a lot of places because the way that the difference between the NTSC and the PAL system. NTSC is actually 29.97 or 59.97, but they just round it up.
Right.
But PAL uses the actual number of 30 and 60.
Correct. That's true. I'm looking for my advertisement, and I'm not finding it. I can't
I
find
don't
my.
know where you put it. I have enough trouble keeping track of my stuff. So
Yeah,
how
I know,
you
right?
doing,
Oh, wait a
Jim?
minute. Here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. So how's
Jim's
things?
ignoring me.
Jim is ignoring you.
No, I put it down to 29.7 because I had it at 60, then I lowered it to 30 with no difference. And now this is 29.97, and it's still, when I see myself up in that little picture that we get in the corner, I'm perfect. And this thing is so blurry, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, well, that's
probably the internet.
And I'm looking at it on the YouTube side, on the output side, and your camera's blurry there too, Jim. So
it's got to be the internet.
It's either the internet for where you're at, or something in those settings between OBS and vMix. And that is a possibility. It is possible that it's using have you got anything
It won't let me change it.
Okay,
It won't let me change it to the regular Brio camera. It's got me going through OBS, so let me see.
I'm just wondering if you got anything where you can read what your CPU or your GPU usage is right now.
Well, yeah, in OBS. It's got it at 9% CPU.
Okay, what about your GPU?
It doesn't show that on
okay.
OBS.
Chris says I'm here, but I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing him on
Now, I changed it over to just the Logitech camera, which should make me be able to get rid of OBS. Let me close OBS and see.
Okay. In the meantime.
Nope.
Well, he's changing stuff, so it'll probably be gone for a second. In the meantime, while he's doing that real quick, I'm going to run this little advertisement for subscriber showcase video, right?
Right.
And because I've got a video that I'm going to share with all good, you hung up. Well, dadgummit, Chris. I've got a video that I'm going to share from Mendenhall, actually.
Oh,
Another one of Lon's videos. And it's pretty nice, actually. I kind of liked it. And it looks like we're still waiting for Jim to change cameras, so I'm going to go ahead and play this.
No, when he shut off OBS, he lost his camera.
Yeah, but he's trying to change to just the Logitech camera without the Brio, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see what happens. But this video, and I blocked out the audio, but this is from Mendenhall up in Michigan. Some really nice smooth flying. Smooth orbits and stuff, especially with the trees and the wind blowing the way they are.
Yeah.
I mean, you got right on top of that one tree with the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, wind's it's getting real close to this too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he might be using it. Lon, what did he say? What drone he was using, or do you know?
I don't know which drone he flew this with, but it was probably a Mavic Pro 2. A Mavic 2 Pro, I'm guessing. If I was going to guess, that's what I...
Okay.
That or a Phantom 4. Yep, Mavic 2 Pro.
Yeah, M2P, yeah.
Yep. So, really nice color, really smooth. What did you do for color grading on that? Did you do much color grading, Lon? Because I noticed the sky is kind of gray, so and you don't have any really hard shadows or anything on the ground. They're all soft shadows. It's all soft lit and everything. So, just wondered, how much color grading or anything did you do to this? And we got Jim back. I'm going to turn his audio on. Welcome back, Jim.
Hey, buddy.
So that's the end of that one.
So did you figure it out, or did you just use OBS?
No, I went into Google and changed it to Logitech camera, but I don't think it wanted me to change while we're already live because it wouldn't change the camera. It stayed gray and.
Oh, while you were, if you stayed connected, you would have to disconnect from the call and call back.
You would have to disconnect and then come back in. Change the camera and then come back in. Yeah.
You got a few minutes, right? I'm going to try that because it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
We're used to killing dead airspace.
we don't have dead airspace on my show. Not at all. So
Dead pictures, but no dead airspace.
That's right. If and when DJI's listening, and I know they do sometimes, I would like to let DJI or anybody else for that matter know. If you want to send some kind of a package other than a bomb, please don't send those. That would be bad. If you want to send a package to me, 400 AGL PO Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee 38341. That's the place you send it to. And we'll get rid of that right there. And now we're back to Jim's gray screen. And I'm going to switch over to this screen because we don't need to look at Jim's gray screen till he gets back.
Yeah.
Okay, now I need to check something here. 27, okay? That's only 25% of my required goal for tonight, guys. Everybody was supposed to call all your friends and get 100 people watching, remember? What happened?
When I get 27, that is 100% of what I wanted. I'm happy with that.
Well, I had a goal for tonight of 100, 100 viewers just because. Yeah. Okay, now we got Jim back. So let's bring Jim back in. And that looks better. Amazing. 100% difference.
Yeah, much better.
Now that's straight from the Brio.
Looks great.
No OBS.
And that's when that's what you ought to do. That's what you ought to do.
He still
The only
he
reason
doesn't look any better, but the picture does.
Well, I don't know. Even he looks better. that took 5 years off of him, Lloyd. What are you talking about?
No helping me.
He still looks older than me.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Sorry.
No one answered your calls. What are you talking about? Oh, Jaybird said he called all his friends, but nobody answered. Telemarketing calls. Yeah.
Telemarketer.
So anyway, that was the only video that I had tonight for viewer spotlight or subscriber viewer whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That thing, right, Lloyd? And
Yeah.
I keep looking the wrong way because I've got this set up backwards. I set it up the way I set it up for your show. And on my show, I have to do it the opposite. So when I look at you, I'm looking at the camera.
Right.
Instead of looking over that way on this big monitor in front of me here.
Well, it's like,
Hello, Ron.
I need to set mine up completely different anyways.
Yeah, I hope you send another one next week, man. Your stuff is pretty cool. And like Rick Halber and Jaybird and Art and, Tater, Dennis Lovelady. You people need to start sending videos in. And, it's easy to do. You don't send the video. You just send a link to the video on your channel, right? And you know where to send it, right? It's really easy because it's just the name of my YouTube channel, 400AGLnet, right? 400AGL.net at gmail.com. I mean, come on, guys. It's easy. Send me a link to your videos if you want them showcased in the subscriber showcase.
Come on, guys. Send him a link. He's going to start crying if he doesn't get one next week.
Hey,
Lloyd, your mic just cut out again. I don't know what's going on with your microphone tonight.
Speaking of video, can we even see this?
You're holding it a little bit too close, but yeah,
Pull it back just a little.
that way we can see the whole box. That is a
Well-
six terabyte home cloud storage device.
Oh,
And those things are amazing. And you know what? Oh, I can't pick mine up. It's all wired in.
But anyway, the point was, I got 6 terabytes for $108. That is incredible.
Yeah.
really? Where'd you get that at?
Of all places.
Do what?
Walmart?
Walmart. Yeah.
Really? I'm going to have to start checking there because I wanted to set up an NAS for my house because we've got all these videos we like to watch on the cloud. I can download them to that. The ones that we paid for and the ones, ones we want. I can download them to that, and then when the cloud starts acting up, instead of having, and I can also start transferring my DVDs to and Blu-rays to an NAS storage, and then I'll have everything there. I don't have to worry about players anymore or anything else. So,
Rick and I were talking that when you download all the accessory or effects packs from CyberLink Power Director, they take up some room. And they always want to go to your C drive. So we've been trying to move them. I mean, it took me 4 hours last night just to get the video off this computer and the SSD drive onto that 6 terabytes. Because Rick and I want to see if we can store all that crap, all the video and video editing software in the external drive, and then just use it.
you should be able to. Yeah. You
Yep.
should be able to. Anything you've got. Yeah. There's no
In
reason
fact,
you
when
can't.
you download stuff, whatever drive it's going to, you can change that and save it to whatever drive location you want. Normally.
You just have to leave the original program itself drive so that it knows it has the licensing and stuff like that. But all the other stuff you can put on the external drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I went to install Power Director 365,
Yeah.
I installed it on my D drive, instead of my C drive. All
Well,
everything
Rick and I had
because
put it on our C. Yeah.
yeah, well, it wants to go natively on my C, but I only have I have an SSD, and that's only 256 gigabytes.
That's
The
double
SSD
mine.
I
This
have.
computer came with a 128.
Well, I ordered a 256, but I also got a 1 terabyte hard drive, standard HDD, and the SSD and it says right there boot drive. That's what Mel and I had a lot of talk about in the beginning, because I had to in the old Windows or the old systems, they used to make a partition in your C drive
They
just
use
for your boot drive.
one drive, and
Yeah,
they partition
used
it
one
and
drive.
use it as a backup. Yep.
Yeah, but they changed all that,
Yeah, they don't do that
and
anymore.
they don't do that anymore. You have a separate drive for your backup, for your boot drive, and a separate. And mine's a 228 or 256,
128.
I guess what it is.
256.
256, yes, 256.
Yeah, 128,
So,
256, or 500, or
and it
whatever.
was, and the other thing you got to watch is whether you save something as a .mov or a dot or an MP4,
Yep.
because like all that stuff in After Effects is done in .mov. That's going to fill your. I ran out of hard drive space real quick, and so I just happened to have an extra external hard drive, and I transferred all of that stuff over to it, and then
So-
eliminated a lot of that.
Now-
but,
Now, Lloyd, Rick and I want to know, should we take these CyberLink programs completely computer and reinstall them onto the external drive, or should we just try moving everything over?
You should be able to just move everything over.
you should be able to just move everything over, but you will have to change your shortcut on your desktop to go to where it's at. That's the only thing you should have to do, because I've done that in the past. Just make sure you change the shortcut. Like
My my boot drive is only 28 gigabytes, so
Right.
when something tries to go to C, I'm always trying to hurt it.
And if you leave that external drive connected all the time, it'll assign a letter to it. It'll have its own drive letter, and all you got to do is put that drive letter in your shortcut link, and it'll go right to it. So it should be easy.
Yeah, you go to Properties, and where it says Start In, like on CyberLink. Actually, I have mine set up for C as well. But you should be able to transfer all that into your D drive, and then change that where it says Shortcut, change that to the proper place where the shortcut's at. You should.
Now, see, Rick removed all of his already. But when you go to that CyberLink site, Rick, it should give you all these to the programs you bought.
Yep.
Yeah. You just sign back in, and it'll give you. You should have your license key. You just sign in, and I got license keys for something I bought from them 5 years ago, 10 years ago, still sitting there.
I know. I have Action Director number 2, and I think they're up to 12 or something. I didn't even know I had it.
Yeah.
Ron wanted
So
to
he's
share
got-
a couple of pictures that he took, and he sent them. And
Do you have them?
Oh, okay.
I have them. So let's say we put them up while you guys are talking, and I will make sure your
he
audio
put 2 photos into a contest too, Mel.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
So there's the 2 photos that he sent me right there. I kind of
You
like
didn't
that
sleep
one.
with them, did you, Ron? Get it? No.
Yeah.
Nobody got it.
Okay, they've got that same WD My Book online for it's $158 for 6 terabytes.
I got it for $128 at Walmart. All right, Ron said LOL, so I'm not in trouble.
Yet. Something else I'd like to do is remind everybody, don't forget that Mitch started his Professor Drone show on Sunday evenings, so he'll be going live right after I go off. So if you're interested in FPV and beta flight and configuring and building and tweaking and twerking and not twerking. That's something different.
No twerking.
No, not
No twerking.
I don't want to see Mitch twerking. That's the last thing I want to see.
But he does twerking and twitching and tweaking and tweaking and all that kind of stuff. So
Ever since I saw that little white girl twerking, I never want to see that nonsense again. That famous singer's kid. I forget who it was.
Jaybird,
You know-
you'll get
you know
that
what I'm
next
talking
week. That'll come out next week.
Yeah, talk about the gal that did
My-
it at the Super Bowl.
My achy breaky heart. He sang "Achy Breaky Heart." It was his daughter.
Billy
Yeah,
Ray
her dad
Cyrus,
did, yeah.
Miley.
Yes.
Miley
yes.
Miley
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
Oh my God, that was disgusting.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is a disgusting girl. She does a lot of things.
Yes.
Well, she does a lot of things that a lot of YouTubers do. Clickbait. They want the view counts. So they put stuff out there that
She got
draws
caught-
that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
You're right, Dennis Lovelady, Hannah Montana. And she was trying to get away from that. You know, you look at how Disney, over the years, the kids that have been Disney kids, Mouseketeers.
Hello, Greg.
Now, when the old man was alive, it was a different story. But once Disney and his family died out, and they became the conglomerate that they are now, they don't take care of those kids, like they used to. Like Annette Fumicella, they wanted her to wear more revealing clothes, and she was still working with Disney, but she wasn't working with them. She was no longer under contract. But she represented the image of Disney, and Walt went to her and says, "Would you not?" And she said, he at that time he could have made it hurt. He could have made it she wouldn't worked anywhere. And she says, so
Yeah.
she wore a one-piece bathing suit.
Yeah.
If you were in
Now
that
they don't
Mickey
care
Mouse
as long
Club,
as they get a buck out of them. They kick them out the door at 18.
Yep.
And they end up being wrist slashers or rapists or serial killers or whatever, drug addicts or whatever, it's not like
Hey,
it
let's
was.
ask Greg. Greg, I'm running the Logitech Brio 4K camera here, and it's coming through like crap on Mel's vMix. Is that the internet right now? I'm using it straight to it. I'm not using OBS or anything else. For drone pilots, what's he talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, Lon's talking about he's got all those hard drives getting ready for the 6 and 8K.
That was the first thing I said, Greg, and his CPU loads like 9%.
What's your CPU load?
Well,
much
I'll look at
CPU
Task
are you
Manager
using?
right now and tell you. It's at 24%.
No, that's not Corona.
Well, you said earlier it was 9%.
Yeah. But I've got your YouTube channel and vMix open, and it's at 24% CPU load, so that's nothing.
But just keep the pop-out chat
Hello,
going and
Cardozo.
drop his YouTube channel so you're not watching that. Unless you like seeing yourself on camera. Well, you can look at your own camera and see it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll even drop.
I'll give you an example, Jim. And I agree with Greg. That's a little bit high. You said that's normal. It's
Yeah.
right now. I'm running the vMix program. I'm hosting the calls coming in and sending them back out. I'm watching my live feed on one monitor. I'm watching the YouTube studio on the other monitor, and I'm using 17% of my CPU, 17%.
Okay, I'm using vMix to pipe into Mel. I'm watching, I've got the chat open. I've got 4 tabs. I've been searching Walmart at the same time for a good price on hard drives, and got the chat up as well as the, well, yeah. And my CPU usage it just peaked at 15%, but my GPU is 22% because everything's running through my GPU. But when it's just sitting here and I just have a stable picture, it drops down to it was running about 3-4%. So,
Yep.
yeah.
I've
it's
been on
dropping
with you
down.
before, Mel, and I never had a problem.
Well, maybe it's just a weird, what's a GPU? That's a graphics processing unit, or your video card, basically.
I've got a 1060,
The memory.
an NVIDIA 1060.
No, Chris Hope's question was, what's a GPU?
That's your graphics card.
It's basically your graphics card. It's the
Yeah, your
chip on your
graphics card has its own processor.
It's the
has
chip
its
on
own
your graphics
processor.
card. That's right.
And vMix and Wirecast both try to render everything through the GPU and not use the CPU, which is your central processing unit. So it basically
And then
takes
you
the load
run
off your
into-
computer.
Whether it's discrete or integrated, because most CPU chips have some kind of graphics processing on them. But we're all using discretes because we have external NVIDIA GPU cards.
Well, I'm running a Radeon card, but yeah.
I'm running Radeon too.
Your
Matter of fact,
AMD
Mel and I are
folks.
running. Yeah.
Well, at the time I bought this graphics card, actually, it was triple the graphics card I could buy for NVIDIA for the same money. So I got more
it's the
bang for
same.
my buck.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's why I
and
went
I'm
with this
about
one,
to
too.
replace it here pretty soon. I'm going to upgrade it because I want more video memory. I've only got, 8 gig video memory?
I think you got 8. I'm doing
Yeah.
good on 4, but
That's what I've got.
that's
with
the only
the
difference.
1060
He and I
card.
running the same. Do what?
That's what I've got with the NVIDIA 1060 card.
4?
It's the base.
Yeah.
I
no,
thought it
6.
was 2.
It's the base.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. We've talked a little bit about computer stuff. Lon thinks you should be running CUDA, whatever the hell that is.
It is. It's CUDA on the processing on the NVIDIA
Oh.
graphics card.
Oh, okay. We're going to call it a night because Mitch is going to be going live. I'm sure he's probably already started.
Live pretty quick.
And I'll let you guys get over there to his show. And tonight kind of flew by.
It did.
Sorry you had trouble getting in, Jim. I don't know what was wrong other than your browser wasn't set up for the camera and mic. Or the camera, maybe.
Yeah. We never had this problem before, so I don't think we'll have it again.
It's probably fixed now. It's all set, so I don't think it'll be an issue. But anyway, 400agl.net, folks. Send links to your videos. Don't send the video. I don't want the whole video. Just send a link to your channel video. And if you want to be part of the viewer subscriber spotlight, and trust me, you do. You do. And just in case anybody or DJI or anybody else important or unimportant wants to send something in the hard mail box, 400 AGL, P.O. Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee 38341. How's that for a commercial voice, Lloyd? Does that make a good commercial voice?
Yeah, that worked pretty good. Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm going to reset the show starts in timer because I haven't made a show ends in timer yet. And going to tell everybody thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere, and I'm glad you were here. Jim?
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure.
Lloyd, as always, I appreciate you.
Yep. Always enjoy it. Always enjoy it. See you tomorrow night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.